The way that you think has an immediate and a profound effect on your life, more specifically on your reality, since reality is just the experience of your perception. We have over 50,000 thoughts a day. 90% of those thoughts you've had before. You repeat the same thought over and over again, some consciously, some at an unconscious level, but repetition is the process of learning, and we repeat behavior and thought until it becomes so habitual, automatic, subconscious, and sometimes even addictive. If you are having the same thoughts, they're going to lead to the same choices, and that's going to lead to the same action, and those actions are going to have the same impact and the same responses from others, which will lead to the same emotions, and those emotions cycle back to confirm the same thoughts. Round and round it goes, and you're stuck. You're caught in the cycle, the carousel of suffering. Once your brain has learned something repeatedly, it's grown a strong neural pathway, and that has become easy and familiar, even if it's damaging. And through repetition, you've created a thought highway. Think of it like this. It's a bit like a bush or a thicket. And after enough crossings and enough time, you're going to see a clear and easy path through the trees. So rather than try and forge a new way through uncharted territory, our brains that like to conserve energy and take the path of least resistance are likely to go down the path that's already there, the path that your thoughts have created. So to get to a new place, you'll need to stop traveling the same path. If you want different, you need to do different. And where does that start? Well, it starts with a thought. And thoughts repeated and revisited become your perception. And your perception is your reality. Your reality is now confirmed. So if your reality is one that you're broken, that you're defective, that you're hopeless, that you're a failure, whatever thought or story it is that you're telling yourself to be true, it becomes true. And as you cycle round and round again, it becomes ever more convincing. Now, at a biological or neurological level, this means the same cells are firing in the same order, producing the same neurochemistry, resulting in the same physical and psychological results. You are essentially hardwiring your brain to be depressed, to be what we call in psychology mentally ill, to be trapped, to be stuck on this cycle of suffering. But you're running the same program day after day, week after week, month after month, and you're expecting the outcome to be different. Your hormones, even your DNA, your genetic expression is equal to how you think, how you act, and how you feel. And how you think and how you act and how you feel is your reality. And over enough time, your personal reality is so automatic, so habitual, it has become your personality. It's all you know. Joe Dispenza and Tony Robbins both talk about this a lot. They speak of your personality as a function of your personal reality. And it's so true. You literally become who you think yourself to be. And then you act consistently with who you think you are. You've become defined by the programs you've accepted, the programs you've invested in and created in your mind. And where did they start? They started with a thought. Your thoughts become words, your words behavior, and your behavior is your reality. And your personal reality is now the product of what was once a simple thought. A thought that was repeated, rehearsed, reinstated, and believed. You have hardwired your brain so much so that by your mid-30s, your entire identity is essentially a set of memorized beliefs and behaviors and emotional reactions. Your brain is just one powerful association machine. It's learned this through repetition and association. And so now who you are is really just a habit. A habit is something you've done so many times that it becomes automatic, it becomes instinctive, unconscious. And we are unconscious so much of the time. Our hardwired habits and our programming are in control. They're running these programs in the background, the programs that are familiar to us that we don't even notice anymore. And familiarity is pleasing to our brain. It means we don't have to think. We can conserve energy and we can remain on autopilot. But this is the path of least resistance, and whilst it's easy, it's also often the road to suffering. It's easier to stay with the devil you know than to courageously navigate new territory. We convince ourselves it's less risky to stay on the path of suffering than risk everything you know, your identity, your personal reality, and to try something new. So today's video is to get you to notice the programs that you're running and to press pause. If you're not in this moment, the powerful moment of now, the only place we can rewrite the program and choose to think, act, and feel differently, then you're going to continue running the old programs and getting the same old results. So to create a new personality, a personal reality, step one is to be aware of the programming and to turn off the autopilot and to be present and be aware. We call this metacognition. It means to think about thinking, to think about what you've been thinking about, so you can take over the controls of the program and begin to take the courageous, unfamiliar, risky, but potentially life-changing and rewarding step of a new future without suffering. And where is your future created? Think about that. It's not created in the future. It's obviously not created in the past. It's created now, in this moment. What you do today, in this moment, is what changes your tomorrow. So join me in video 3 of this series, where we will look at how we can move to the next step of emotional freedom and how we can become inspired to change into a conscious state of awareness and control. But for now, start by not making the same choices as you did yesterday and the day before and the day before that. Break the patterns and choose to have choice. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other and have a very happy and peace-filled day. Bye now.